Well, it was a dog day afternoon in Cedar Rapids. It was like something right out of a nightmare. We aren't exactly sure where these ghostly characters came from, but all 47 were auditioning to be host of a new show on Channel 9 called Saturday Nightmare. The program features all the old classic horror pictures. Among the ghouls and witches showing up was this strange character carrying his rat and
vampires,
slime.
werewolves, ghouls, ghosts, mummies that come back to... Oh, this would be on. Mummies that come back to life after 3,000 years. Can such things be? Blah, 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 okay?
The judges will pick 4 finalists, and we'll all get a chance to see them on next week's show. Then it's up to you who will be the permanent host through a democratic vote. And by the way, tonight's nightmare is The Mummy, and it'll be coming up right after the news, so stay tuned to Channel 9. Well.
Good evening. Sit back, relax if you can, and get ready for TV9's Saturday Nightmare. The Saturday Nightmare is brought to you by your Eastern Iowa Pizza Hut restaurants, home of the Priazzo Italian Pie.
Well, good evening, boys and ghouls. I'm Crematia Mortem, welcoming you to the Saturday Nightmare, and another one of my feeble attempts to entertain you. But I promise there won't be many more such attempts, because auditions were held this morning right here in the TV9 studios for the permanent host or hostess of the Saturday Nightmare. And what a day it has been. Let me tell you, there were the strangest people running in and out of the building. And then they opened up the doors and let the people in who wanted to audition. It was quite a sight. And later on this evening, you'll get a chance to see some of those auditions and later on to vote on them. But I'm getting ahead of myself. What is important now is to tell you about the film you're about to see. Last week it was Father's Day, so this week we grant equal time by presenting Boris Karloff in the 1932 classic, The Mummy. I hope that you'll enjoy it. We'll tell you more about this morning's auditions a bit later on the Saturday Nightmare.
Good evening, and welcome to Saturday Nightmare.
Thank you. See you in your nightmares.
I hope that you're enjoying the Saturday Nightmare so far. Boris Karloff as the Mummy. When in Rome, do as the Romans do, I've always been told. But I've been wondering, when in Cedar Rapids, do as the... I was wondering what you call yourselves. If you live in Cedar Rapids, what are you? At first, I thought it might be Cedar Rapidites, but that sounded like something prehistoric, you know, something that hangs from the top of a cave. Then I thought, perhaps it's Cedar Rapidettes. But no, that sounded too much like a high school pom-pom squad. And then someone told me, oh no, Crematia, you fool, it's Cedar Rapidians. That does roll trippingly off the tongue, does it not? Cedar Rapidians. When in Cedar Rapids, do as the Cedar Rapidians do. It does lose something in the translation, doesn't it? Oh, well, this film hasn't lost anything over the years. I hope that you like The Mummy with Boris. It'll be back on the Saturday Nightmare in a moment. We've been telling you all about the auditions that have occurred right here in the TV9 studios for the host or hostess of the Saturday Nightmare. Well, the auditions were held today, and believe me, they were strange. You wouldn't believe the things that some people are willing to do on TV. Now, let's see. First, there was a lovely couple from Waterloo who wanted to do a Saturday Nightmare cooking show using ingredients that you find squashed by the highway. I like that one, but I don't think somehow they'll get it. Let's see. Then there was the nice chicken farmer from Central City who had exactly what we needed. His jokes were foul, but he refused to work for the poultry sum he was going to be paid. So he left. And then, oh yes, then there was Bruce Awney. But his audition was not acceptable for a family show because he showed up wearing only his news briefs and everyone was embarrassed. So, you see, we have a problem. No one here at TV9 wants to take the responsibility or bear the blame for picking the host or hostess of the Saturday Nightmare. So we're putting the responsibility on you. Make certain that you tune in next Saturday night at 10:30 because you, yes, you boys and ghouls, will get a chance to vote for the host or hostess of the Saturday Nightmare. We'll tell you more, so don't go away. You know, I was told once that I would have made a good interior desecrator, but of course, I went into something else. I hope that you're enjoying tonight's Saturday Nightmare, and if you like The Mummy with Boris, you'll like some of the other classic horror films that you'll see right here on TV9 every Saturday night at 10:30. Listen to some of these titles, boys and ghouls. How about The Invisible Man? How about The Invisible Woman? How about The Mole People? Now there's a good one. Monster on the Campus, The Mummy's Curse, Weird Woman, Wasp Woman, all kinds of exciting films right here, and I'm getting carried away. The auditions for the host or hostess were held today at TV9, and you'll get a chance to vote on them next week, so make certain that you tune in. We'll also have a lovely film, Frankenstein, one of my favorites. That man was such a puzzle, wasn't he? Well, I just hope that you're enjoying the show this evening, but you know, today I did other things besides watching the auditions here at TV9. I did a little bit of cooking. I do like to cook in my spare time, you know, wamp up a cauldron of something. I have a great recipe for Transylvania stew. The usual ingredients, eye of newt, that sort of stuff. Although eye of newt is difficult to come by these days, so I substitute eye of hawk. And was I excited when I came here to eastern Iowa and I found out that you have Hawkeye stores. But you know, they were rather confused when I went in today and asked for one. They didn't know what I was talking about. But they did give me this lovely cover for my soup tureen. Well, I hope that you're enjoying tonight's Saturday Nightmare, Boris, starring in The Mummy. Let's get back to it, shall we?